They're putting up white-only signs. Here in Missouri, they're trying to start a white-only community. I don't give a fuck what their reasoning is. It's time to speak out. Every random person watching this, it's time.
Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I am Michelle, and if it was for the first time you're coming across my video, kindly don't forget to subscribe. So guys, in today's clip, we are going to watch and we are going to see what is really happening in America right now. A group of people is trying to set aside only whites community, and it is bringing out a lot of people's opinion, a lot of people's views and perspective on this. And many people are coming out, many especially white people are coming out and telling us their own views of this, and the advantage and the disadvantage of this. And let me not talk too much. Let's watch the video and come back for more views, for more judgments, for more perspectives. Sit back, watch, and don't forget to leave your comments on the comment section below.
If you are black, brown, gay, Muslim, or Jewish, you are not welcome here. Because this is a new whites-only community being built in America, and they call themselves Return to the Land. And if you don't hold what they consider traditional values, or have European ancestry, then you are not allowed in. Bro, even the dog is white. Now, the settlement is based in the secluded Ozark Mountains in Arkansas, and the founders call it an international community based on shared ancestry. Oh, and that they are simply preserving their culture. Not only that, but they also claim this is not segregation. This is merely free association, and that they have the right to have control over who their neighbors are. The men are expected to work hard in leveling land and building cabins, while the women look after the kids and cook. Those are the traditional values that they were talking about. And because Return to the Land aims to promote strong families and common ancestry, they're even offering cash prizes to couples who have kids. And while they currently only have about 40 people living here, they apparently have hundreds of paying members around the world. They also say they want to build more communities like this across America, and even in other countries too, with 3 more currently in progress, coming to a woods near you. But if you thought that was wild, it gets crazier, because in a recent interview, the leader of Return to the Land, Eric Oberl, described Adolf Hitler as merely a controversial figure, and that the mainstream view of him is one-sided. Now, you're probably wondering, how is this even legal? Well, it isn't. Probably. Maybe. You see, according to the community, who have apparently spent tens of thousands in legal research, well, they say that they've technically set this up as a private club. And so because of that, they believe that they're exempt from equality legislation. However, legal experts disagree. And the Arkansas Attorney General said that he wasn't even aware of what was going on. But now his team are reviewing the matter. So yeah, basically the community's legal status hasn't been tested yet in court. So the question is, what do you guys think?
Yesterday I posted a video talking about the white-only community that is being built in Arkansas in the USA. It is basically a white supremacist group where they will only allow someone to join their community if they are white. In response to that video, I've had some very dense comments saying, I don't see the problem with this, what's the problem? Like, there's literally countries that are fully one race. If you simply can't comprehend the problem with racial segregation in the modern day USA, then there is simply nothing that anyone can try and educate you on for you to understand basic thinking. But also the difference between a community being built on force and discrimination, as in you are not allowed to enter if you're a certain race, as opposed to a community that is naturally just more statistically higher in a certain race than the other, but that doesn't mean you're not allowed to enter if you're another one, as opposed to that, which is what used as an example in the comment. Just the fact that someone cannot comprehend the difference between them is also just really telling of their lack of intelligence, really. And I also just wanted to make this video to again address this problem. There is a white supremacist group in the USA building a white-only community. Let that sink in.
They only want white people here. Because when we think about refugees who need immediate resettlement, expedited screenings, we usually think about people who are fleeing extreme violence, persecution, famine, war in places like South Sudan, Myanmar, the Congo, not white Afrikaners. See that chartered plane the Trump administration is sending? It's not going to collect refugees that have been sitting in resettlement camps for years, fully vetted, waiting to come to the United States to escape violence. No, it's going to South Africa to collect white people who claim they're being discriminated against. Why would they be getting discriminated against? Probably because they spent generations instituting legalized forms of racial segregation and discrimination called apartheid, aka Stephen Miller's wet dream. See, while the rest of the world after World War II saw that maybe racial discrimination not such a hot idea and favored more policies of integration and away from colonization, Afrikaners doubled down on that shit and instituted apartheid. Although it ended over 30 years ago, the social and economic legacies of apartheid continue today. South Africa is the most unequal country in the entire world, according to the World Bank, with white South Africans earning over 12 times what black South Africans do. But don't worry, we're going to make sure that the white Afrikaners who instituted generations of discrimination and segregation against black people get everything they need to get started here in the United States in their new life.
A whites-only community could be coming to Missouri in 2025, and yes, you are hearing me correctly. An actual group called Return to the Land is trying to build a segregated whites-only town near Springfield, Missouri. And this isn't parody, and this is not satire. This is happening in America right now. The founder says that they want to return to their roots. But come on, guys, let's be real. This isn't about heritage. This is about hate. This is about building a safe space for white supremacy under the guise of community. And what's even more disturbing, these people feel so fucking emboldened these days that they're not even hiding it anymore. They're openly promoting racial segregation like it's normal, like this country didn't literally fight an actual civil war to end this bullshit. This is what happens when politicians feed the lie that diversity is the problem. This is what happens when you have people in power pushing the idea that America was better when it was whiter. They want to isolate, they want to indoctrinate, they want to raise their kids in a world where no one challenges their racism, their ignorance, or their twisted version of history. So, here's the question. How in the hell are we letting this happen in broad daylight? Where are the zoning boards? Where are the civil rights investigations? And where is the national outrage? Because if they succeed here, this won't be the last. It'll literally be the blueprint. We are watching the normalization of white nationalism one community at a time. And if you're not disturbed by that, you're either racist yourself or you're just not paying attention.
So guys, I hope you have all watched the video and we all have seen, but a lot of people are coming out and telling us their own views of this, and a lot of people have different opinions. Many are against it and others are supporting it. And we all know in everything we do they are advantage and disadvantage, and in everything we also do, there are people who will like the idea and there are people who will not like the idea. So guys, according to what these people are saying, and of which I'm also supporting these people who are coming out and speaking about it, creating white only society, which is called the Return to the Land, it brings a lot of, it takes us back to the time that black people were being isolated, black people were being discriminated, and it brings back racism in a country, because it is trying to show us that these white people do not want to associate themselves with black people or any other skin color race. They only want to live with their own people, and they are very clear that they want to create a limit, and they want to preserve their culture and want to know, have the opportunity to know, to create and know their own neighbors, which is showing us that these people they don't want to associate with any race, other race. They only want to associate with only white people. That's why they are coming out and bringing ideas of building only white communities, of which I don't think if that thing should be advised by the government, because it is bring a lot of a lot of thoughts in people's minds. What are they planning to do? Why should black people be isolated ever since the time that we were never colonized, since up to date? It is also bringing us to back to segregation, and it is not a good idea, and it's not something that people should clap their hands to it, because when we remember when it was I don't think if it will be possible for them, because these people believe that black people are slaves, and these people believe that we are supposed to work for them. So I don't think if it will be possible for them to live in a white only community without having black people there, because they believe that black people should work for them, and them having a white community means they are going to do all the work for themselves. They will not involve any black person. And what is making me happy, and what is really 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 showing us that the world is growing, is that many people who are coming out to tell us their views, and many people who are against it are whites, because not everybody believes that black not everybody supports racism, and not everybody wants segregation back in the world. And these people who are coming out to educate us and tell us the importance of not having this white community are mostly white, and this is trying to show us that some of the whites who are coming out and trying to defend the black people are really really showing the love, and do not support racism. They are trying to fight for black side, because they know we truly deserve it, and of which that should give us black people strength, and we should also wake up and try to fight, help each other, because holding each other's hands make us strong. We should come out and continue with the fight. We should not give up. We should continue, because we are almost there. We should not give up when we are almost on the finish line. We should continue with the fight, because when we do not fight, these people will always downgrade us. These people will always feel superior than us, of which we are all the same. The only difference is our skin color, but we are all the same. That is one thing that these white people who are trying to build only white community should understand, because I don't think if there is a difference, we are both human beings, and that is that one thing that is always dragging many countries down, because they do believe and they do want racism to always continue in their country. And I don't think if this government should allow these whites to have their own community, because and if they allow, they should also allow the black people to create their own community, simply because they cannot allow white people to create their own communities, and do not allow black people to create their own communities. But I don't think if we should be creating communities according to our skin tone, we should have peace, we should love each other, we should accept the fact that we are black and we are white, and we should not discriminate people according to their skin tone or their background, because at this century and at this era, many people are intermarrying, and that's one thing that is making us black people and the white people feel like we are past racism, because and at this century and at this area, immigration is very high. Many people are moving to other countries to look for maybe education, economic stability, for fun, family reunification, safety, or security purposes. So these people should not be denied the access because they are black. That's something that we should be beyond that. You're beyond that. You should be fighting more important things like economic growth, like financial stability. Let's help each other. Let's come together and fight this racism bullshit that many people are still in it. Let's remove their mind there. We should hold each other's hand. But don't forget that unity is what will keep us strong. Holding each other's hand, and we will pass through it. So guys, let me see your comments, your views, your opinions on the comment section. And if it was for the first time you're coming across my video or across my channel, kindly don't forget to subscribe. Let's meet on the next video. Bye.